Ultimately, we want to see that the World Cup can be as competitive as possible. Ideally, we wouldn't talk about tiers. I think it's a kind of a redundant term. We want to be able to say that that Georgia makes the quarterfinals or goes beyond, and that the established concept of the same old 5 teams are going to be vying out for the World Cup doesn't exist anymore.
One of the key elements would be, what does our test campaign look like in the next 4 years? What kind of tests are Tier 2 nations going to get? How do we strengthen within our own ranks our ability to play and be more competitive with Tier 1 nations? Because ideally, that's what everybody wants.
I mean, our target for our investment programme is that we get a Tier 2 union to the quarterfinals of Rugby World Cup. So we didn't hit that target in this tournament, but we need to work towards hitting that target in 2019. That's not an easy task for any of the unions, but we certainly believe with the progress that's been made, and particularly with the increasing number of Tier 2 players going into professional competitions in Europe and in Super Rugby, that hopefully we will have a much better pool of players in terms of talent and skill development over the next 4 years.
It's a case of knowing where, obviously you want to go first and foremost, but then once you've achieved that, like we did in the World Cup, now it's a case of trying to replicate it and build it over the next 4-year cycle. So, the facilities are vitally important, the programmes and an ability to get the objective data out of the programmes are vital, and that's where the technical staff, strength and conditioning, performance analysis and technical coaching are vital to push things forward.
I think the 2019 is going to be very exciting for those Tier 2 teams, and absolutely, I think that it's just going to be a heck of a lot more competitive, and you're going to see, just not 1 or 2 upsets in the next World Cup. I think you might see 3 or 4, that's for sure.
The All Blacks get the win, but it will be Georgia who get the plaudits.
Yes, we can talk about the positives, and it's great to sit back, but you can't rest on your laurels. And we have to be really clever and smart with what we do in the next 4 years. We have a good pot of money. We've £10 million a year that we're continuing to invest, but that's been spread across nearly 14, 15 countries. So we want to really focus with this group of 10 unions and see what we need to do better and learn from each other in the next 4 years.